In today's video, we're going to look at the so-called story of the alphabet shown here, where each God is matched to a different unit on the Cubit, with focus on the alignment of the Djed and the Ankh at the so-called sampi letter 27. So if we go to the Papyrus of Ani, we see in the beginning Ani and his wife are led into this part of the story, and then here we see the Djed or letter Zai aligned with the Ankh or letter K, and we see 6 baboons greeting the rising sun. So this is where letter sampi comes in, and here we see they're aligned, which means that the 4 pillars of Biblos, which is where the paper of books and the name Bible comes from, was turned into the Djed or letter Zai, which means the ecliptic pole, which is shown here, which is out of alignment with the pole of the pole star, which is letter K. So all year long, there's instability with respect to the alphabet letters. And then on January 6th, the ecliptic or letter Zai is raised to align with letter K. And then we have the 2 aligned. Then the morning sun is born out of the lotus at letter 28. And lotus in Latin again means 1,000. And Sampi's value 900. We also see here letter Ptah. He's the fire drill god. This is where letter Phi comes from, where we get the word fire, phoenix, flame. We see letter P here, 17th letter. Which became Ayin in Hebrew. There's the Aramaic P. There's the Phoenician Djed, Aramaic P, or Phoenician O instead of a P. And then over here we see letter, this is a Tum. He fathers Shu, who's letter A, who I haven't made yet. Shu fathers Jeb, is the earth god, and Bet, whose symbols are shown here. B, bread, pot of water. This is letter G. This is where letter B comes from. So Jeb and Bet are given 5 apogamental days to birth the 5 E squared children, one of which is Osiris, one of which is Isis, shown here. And then Osiris is the plant god. And then after the plants are harvested at letter M, which is what the sickle is where letter M comes from, then Osiris is trapped by his brother Set, who's letter Z, and he's thrown into the waters of the Nile in a 300 cubit chest. He's trapped in the chest. Then he turns into the tamarisk tree. The king of Byblos then cuts the tree down and makes 4 pillars for his palace. Then Isis tracks down the body of her husband Osiris, and she demands that the king of Byblos give her the pillars. So she takes the pillars and she makes them into the Djed or letter Zai. And this becomes the symbol of stability / instability, because normally out of the year the ecliptic is out of alignment by 23.5 degrees. So the paper that's used to make Byblos, so this paper from the 4 papyrus columns became the Djed, and this was oiled, and this became where the sacred book of Isis was made. And this became, in Hebrew, the Bible, paper used to make the Bible. So it represents the stability of the 4 papyrus columns. And then if you follow the words that are written in this book, which are originally written in hieroglyphics like this, but then became the alphabet letters, then at the end of the year, on January 8th, January 6th, the jad who's normally out of alignment gets raised, like we raise the Christmas tree. Then the Ankh, or letter K, which is the Polaris pole, become aligned. The universe is restabilized for one day, and then the sun is born out at the 28th letter out of the rising lotus that rises out of the Nile water.